Gosh,
You are alive. Yes, we are alive. Deep breaths.
good.
Woo. She said, can't help. Hello, Teresa. MP Church.
Let's see here. We want this
Yeah, I don't know
one.
whether we're on YouTube or not.
I'll put this in my group.
Okay. I pushed it out to your group, my
Okay.
group, CK's group,
Okay.
mixed media. There's about 5 people that I try to, send out. Okay. Let me see, make sure I have show. I see Teresa. I think it's public. It's Pam. Hi, Pam. Hi, Candy. We decided to come on a little early just to make sure everything was working because we've had some issues in the past. So we're trying to make sure we're all synced up here and working. You might as well take advantage of having, a relatively calm period, literally before the you-know-what hits the fan. And have
It's a
power.
hurricane party. We're having a hurricane party.
Yeah. And Pam got a notification. Well, that's even better yet. Woohoo. Wow. That is cool. Didn't expect that.
Well, that didn't work.
Okay. Nancy Lar. Close that out. Oh. Live. Hub Day 5 watching. Close that out. Let me just mute that. Okay. This is awesome. Well, Beth is doing some figuring over there on her iPad.
Yeah, I ended up posting the film I was watching before you, which was Dee Dee.
Oh yeah, I was on Dee Dee's. Yes.
And I posted it. So let's go with.
Well, that's good. Candy got a notification too. So maybe they figured out. I sent StreamYard several emails, and they finally sent me back an email with a fix. And it was interesting because it took me a while to figure out. But what I had to do is go into StreamYard. Hi, Kimberly. I had to go into StreamYard, and instead of clicking on upcoming, I had to click on past, which opened a bunch of past streams that I had done, and then create a live from a past setup. So I did that and it worked. But the only problem going to the past was I couldn't take advantage of the upgrade that I just paid for. So I went back and tried to do it with a current upcoming and it worked. So anyway, hi, Brenda. Good to see you. You got a notification. Oh, when you were in Dee Dee's. Oh, wow. That must have come from Beth because that
was an accident.
Oh, well, that's okay.
I'm trying to get you now.
I don't think Dee Dee would mind. It didn't interfere with her.
Oh no, hers was already off.
All right. Man, I love those little coaster things. I mean, they're not coasters, but I bet you. Well, I don't know whether you could make them a coaster. I mean, if they were varnished, then the water on the whatever you put on it wouldn't hurt it. But they're real thin. I didn't realize they were. Hi, Barbara. I think I did. It may be temporary, but right now it's working. So Beth and I decided we're going to jump on the wagon and go on early to make sure. Because I got one of those discs from Dee Dee, a smaller disc. I mean, a bigger disc, not the biggest disc, if I can get at it. It's gorgeous. It's stunning. Just absolutely stunning.
She does nice work.
And I said to Dee Dee when I thanked her, I didn't know whether she knew that where I live, I used to see the space shuttles take off. I even saw them once come back when they brought it back from California, and it was piggyback on top of a 747. It literally flew right over where I was at a traffic light. I looked up, and there's the 747 making a wide circle with the shuttle on top of that, getting ready to land. Oh, hi, Dee Dee. Yes, I love it. And I used to do a lot of fishing, and I live close to, yeah. This was just absolutely perfect choice. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. And wasn't figuring out how to hang it, but I like the idea of the ribbon. I think that's what I'll do.
Yeah, that's cute.
That's a good idea. Okay.
Ooh. This was last night's project.
Yeah, I love that mummy, the mummified. He's such a cute guy.
He turned out pretty good.
Hi, Val. I think I said hi. Yeah, no, I thought he came out adorable. He's a very friendly looking mummy.
Yep.
I also thought of one of the Velcro tabby things too. Yep. And then I have a couple of things on the wall using the Velcro things that you can hang, pictures with.
The commanders.
Oh, that's right. That's what. Oh, the command. Yeah, they're the really heavy duty ones. Yeah. I think I already have some stuff already laid out in here, so I'm gonna start there. Thank you, Dee Dee. Dee Dee's the one that got us all started doing this. I think the last count was close to 20 people that are involved in.
There's quite a few.
And I think at least 20 people, maybe even more if you count people that are using other books,
This lady's up on Walton's Mountain.
Oh, I like that. That's a great.
Well, the storm is going to pass over top of both Anne and myself, even though we're 2 hours apart. The storm is we're on the East Coast, and the storm is going to pass over top of us out to the Atlantic, and we're both right on the Atlantic coast. So we're hoping it's just going to be a 1 by the time it gets to us. And I can handle 85-mile-an-hour winds without any problems. I'm not scared of.
You're prepared. Yeah.
I've been through several number 1s.
Well, that came out good. I can't handle 85-mile-an-hour winds, but we'll see.
But we're boarded up too.
Yeah.
Joe boarded our windows up, and we both have block houses, which is also a plus. And I'm on high ground, so it would take an awful lot to flood us. But then again, if I do get wet floors, I'll get new floors, guys. I'll get new ones.
Oh, dear. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Dawn.
So whatever will be, will be.
Well, that's the way I feel. I've got a vinyl porch, and I don't have any shutters. And I keep on telling those windows are rated for 75-mile-an-hour winds. And they say if you're going to have over 75-mile-an-hour winds, to take the windows out and let the hurricane blow through. I have done that in the past. However, I'm not strong enough to lift them anymore.
Right.
And you know what? The thing is, what's the worst case scenario? A vinyl window gets blown out, but at least there won't be glass everywhere. Right? It's vinyl. It'll be shreds of plastic, but
I've got hurricane windows, so I think they'll crack like the windshields.
Right. Yeah.
Have
Yeah, the tornadoes are always, they will be around now until this thing exits, until this thing goes out. We'll have tornadoes. And I
That's my
never can
hippie
figure out
buzz.
whether we're on the dirty side or the clean side, and I don't know. But, so Beth is showing us all of the things that she's added. She's got
The
some
hippie
neat.
buzz. We love the hippie buzz.
Yes.
I need to find some little faces to put in the windows.
Ah, very cool.
Or put a yoga girl on top of the.
Oh, that's right. We did talk about that. That's
I have to do something.
Yeah. So Val's a major weather nerd. Well, you almost have to be here. I watch Ryan. All y'all, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan's good.
But the good thing about this one is coming across the state, and then it's out of here. It's not going to go up and have the destruction that.
It's just going to go on out to sea.
Yeah. I have some friends on the West Coast in Bradenton, and I'm very concerned about them. I wanted them to come here. And she said, "Oh, no, we're not in the surge area." And I think they are, because I was over there.
It's coming in south. Yeah.
Has it moved? I thought it looked like it moved a little south.
It did, and which is good for Tampa because they're not going to get as much of a surge. But I think they're going to get wet anyway. Tampa is.
And I don't know whether going south. I think that's not good for us, though. I think.
Well, in a way, because it's just going to go on out. I don't know. We'll see. I think so far it's all green right now. There's no orange or red, so that means it's just rain but speed. It'll be the speed. I have to do something with these boys. Find somebody to ride them.
That would be a great idea. Hi, Goldie. Hi, Steph. Goldie.
I have to pet it to see if I have anything.
Yeah, I know. I have to go and see whether I have anything loose too. See, I haven't added any text yet. And I was watching Nicole glue, paste, relax. Whatever.
Yeah.
And I just love her. I just like her style. And I was watching her harvest a magazine and how hi Yolande. And I love her books. And she does like square and she's a lot of fun to watch. She does a beautiful job. I added her. And this lady is the one that Goldie. Yes, Nicole Relax Cut Glue. Goldie is the one that discovered that I had put the glue on the wrong side of this girl. And then I had to let her dry for a week. Hi, Safia, so I could use her over here. I was gluing away, and then Goldie said, I think you're gluing on the wrong side. Let me see if I can't put this up and reduce some of the glare. Yeah, okay, that helped. All righty. Whoops. Let's do this. All right, let's get organized here. Move this back a little bit until it hits my sewing machine. Okay. All right. Yeah, tornadoes. And there's no place to hide for a tornado in Florida because no one has the cellar. So you can just go into a bathroom. All righty. I'm looking for some loose stuff. I think I've got all this. Oh, here's some loose stuff in the back. All right. It's funny. We have the same dog. You use this dog, and I think it may be in the same picture too. I don't remember. But I noticed you have this dog. I think you have this dog.
I have another dog.
I thought you had this dog.
I've got a monkey on this page.
Oh, okay. My grandson's hockey team is the Dogs, DAWGS.
Dogs.
City Dogs.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna start. I have this big old ape. Let me see if I can't go up. Zoom out. Let me see. Zoom, 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 zoom. I want to go. I think I'm as far out as I can go. Is that better? I guess I'm out a little bit because I can always move the camera. That's how I used to do it in the olden days. There. Okay. I got a big old gorilla to put on this page. It's the problem with these books. They're so big. You can't. And that didn't have to go there. All right. Well, I'm going to glue this gorilla down for now. And I got this little, I think that's a little Ewok-y thing. I put a little bit of glue on him the other day to hold him in place so he didn't fall out. Now I don't know whether I can get him off to glue him down. Yeah, I can. Okay. He came out of I don't know what he came out of. He's not glossy. He's kind of flat, matte color. All right. Put this over here. There's just never enough room, is there?
Yeah, and this is a wider. When you open it up, it's wider.
Yeah,
it's regular books.
Big book.
It's landscape.
You can really only do one page, at a time. Well, some of them. I guess some of the spreads go across 2 pages, I think.
Oh, I have the pig going snipe. What's it called when they're hunting for the mushrooms? He's going for the mushrooms.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, those are.
What's it called? Not snipes. The mushrooms that they go after.
Do. Oh gosh, the pigs get them. Truffles.
Yeah, truffles. Yeah, he's going truffle hunting.
He's going truffle hunting.
And he was in the book in the back, but I tore him out and put him up here.
Okay. I guess they've trained dogs to do that now. They have.
Oh, do they? I can imagine.
Yeah, there's a breed of dogs that can sniff out truffles too.
Well, I would say they could with the way they do drugs and everything.
Yeah, I would imagine. I have some truffles and truffle oil. I'm not a real fan. I like mushrooms, but I think that's an acquired taste. Truffles. Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever had truffles.
They're ridiculously expensive. Hi, Angie. I know the dog in the canoe is great. I like that too. That's a great choice. All right. So I've got the gorilla. Let me see if I can't move that over there. Boy, it's hard to get. There's the gorilla in the woods. Okay. And let me find some more empty pages. I know. I could have sworn I had a whole bunch of stuff to put down. Oh, I have this dog. Oh, okay. Got that. Oh, I got that. Okay, I'm finding stuff now. No. Oh, this one I wanted to show because I was very proud of this one. Ugh. It was a double-page ad in, I don't know, Vogue, of this huge stuffed alligator. And then this woman was actually that was part of the ad. But it's huge. And I was able to kind of paste it in the, imagine having that in a playroom.
He's wonderful.
Okay. Right, there's, okay, here we go. All right, here we go. All right. let me see. And I think this is an ad for caramel or something. I think I'm just going to put that over this sofa because it makes no sense at all. And that's what you want to make sure. You don't want to make any sense. I don't think. So I'm still doing the sketchbook revival stuff, but it's coming to an end. But, it's been fun. And of course, the one I did Sunday, even though I wrote down the directions in my notebook, took notes, and still did it wrong. So I have to go back and do it right. All right, this is going to go here. And we'll stick that on the sofa. I had a grocery delivery yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, the Publix that I shop at, I wanted to, hi Kimberly, I wanted potatoes. I wanted a 5-pound bag of potatoes because I don't have, I'm out of potatoes, right?
Right.
According to my shopper, there was not a single potato in the supermarket. Since when do people hoard potatoes during hurricanes? I've never heard of that. And I wanted the little red potatoes, right? And then they said, no, they didn't have those. And I said, okay, I'll take Yukon Gulls. No, they didn't have that. I said, okay, I'll take russet. And then no, they don't have that. And she said, there are no potatoes. All she could give me was one of those little 1-pound bags of those designer potatoes. And I didn't want those because I didn't want them. So I ended up with no potatoes. So I was a little perturbed about no potatoes in the grocery store. I found that hard to believe.
I see.
It's a smaller Publix. I think I might switch and shop at another Publix. So I have this very fancy gold lady, and I think she's going to go over here and hang out with the bears.
Oh.
Because I think she should hang out with the bears. I'm still working on my stuffed bear. I've got all the pieces done. Becky's the one that found the bear from a seamstress or a fabric artist by the name of Dale Erndale. Anyway, I had never done a dart before, so I actually sewed 2 darts. Hi, Kathy. So the little bear will have cheeks because it's going to be a stuffed bear. So
I want to give him some company.
Yeah. There we go. So we have a golden lady, and she's kind of looking at that bear. You try to have them looking in the right direction. The prompt over at Kathy and Colleen's yesterday was really interesting, and I didn't know what to do. And the prompts were, make a color palette out of your, hi Cal, out of yourself. So look at yourself and then create a color palette. And I had a gray t-shirt on and navy blue pants and then gray hair. So I had a palette of several shades of gray, navy blue, and then some green for my eyes. And I did a little purple and yellow for the bruise that I had on my arm. So that was my color palette for myself. It was funny. It was an odd prompt. I have this little dog that's been bouncing around, so I think I'm just going to have him kind of jump out of that lady's lap, even though Yeah. It was. And then you had to draw a garden scene or a floral scene with pink. And I had pink washi tape that was a floral scene. So I used pink washi tape. I kind of cheated. And then is it asemic? Asemic writing where you scribble. I
Oh
even had
yeah,
washi
yeah.
tape that was scribbled with asemic writing. So I did all of that. Let's see. Yeah, that new set of prompts that you guys are using are totally different from the older, the old prompts that you used for what, 3 years. This is just a different in a good way, but definitely different.
Ooh. Here's some people that I can put on the bus.
Oh, good. Oh my God.
Just need one little row.
Righty. Oh, I
Just
don't
a
know.
row. I'll just take a row.
Pick a row and stick them out the windows of the bus. Those are.
Oh man, look at that! I'm going on this side of the page.
Yeah, that's
He's too gorgeous. I'm not cutting him. I'll
a
cut her
lot.
out.
Shoot. His little paw. I wasn't paying attention. I'll have to clip his nails. And Beth, I ordered, for the card swap, they're supposed to be to the people October.
Yeah, it's for October, and you have till the 15th to get them out. So you still have
Okay.
time. You still have
Okay.
time. You could get your envelopes ready, and
Okay.
then you could put.
Well, I ordered because I have Linda and Tim, right? And you told me that Tim likes trains.
He does.
So I went online and I found a deck of train cards.
Oh my goodness.
And I ordered them from Amazon, but wouldn't you know it, that shipment is now among the missing. So I might have to order them again, but they're really cool. And I think I'll send him the whole deck because
that would
I think he'll have a lot. And there's like a whole bunch of different games you can play with these train cards. So I think he'll like those.
Well,
if I get them.
One of the other girls in our group, her husband had a watch, one of those open face watches.
Yeah.
That had a train on the front of it, and I don't know if it was old or new or antique or anything, but he sent that to him.
Oh, that's
a
cool.
Nice gift, a very nice gift. And then I've sent him anything I can find I've ordered some stickers with trains on them. I gave him a book, one of those old time books that you get with the older city of the part of the heritage. And this was just on trains and train stations. And it was kind of like a lot of it was in black and white. And so I sent him the book, and I said, I don't know if he can read that much, but he can. He loved it. She said he loved it. He can read. He can see the pictures. And I drew a train, just a sketch of a train on a big piece of paper, and he liked it. So she posted his picture in our group of him.
Oh, good.
Wearing the watch. He's got the watch around his neck.
Oh, how cool! How awesome!
Yeah. So we will spoil him.
Yes, he will have trains, planes,
and automobiles.
If they arrive, well, I will order them. Sometimes, usually, and I usually when things like that on Amazon get lost, it means they're never found. But this was an odd order. It was the train cards, 2 boxes of kitty litter, and a fountain pen with a Fude nib. So.
Oh, okay.
I think the Fude nibbed fountain pen and the cards. I mean, how do you lose 2 boxes of kitty litter? 28 pounds of kitty litter. And it got as far as, I think it got as far as Miami. I don't know. So we'll see. I am going to need the kitty litter here sooner than later. Put this little down. Yeah, she's okay. I like you can't see the fish. We've got the little bus going across the desert. Oh, look at this. This is two separate pictures, but they kind of, I cut it so the donkey can go between the two gals.
Oh.
And
Oh, that's cute. I love it when you can do that. Yeah, they're loving on the donkey.
we'll leave it on the donkey, and we'll stick them like that. Yeah. And I was thinking of doing them like over across, but I think I'm just going to do them on this page here. Or I might even do them. Actually, they could maybe even go here. Yeah, they can go here. She's got the donkey ears in her face, but the donkey ears can frame her. Yeah, there you go. So, how do you glue this? I think I'm gonna, let's glue the donkeys.
This page belongs in our book.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes.
This is Canada in the Natural Habitat Adventure book.
Oh, okay.
Book. And oh my
I thought
God,
it was the book. Yeah.
I know it's got trees. It's a forest. There's a forest of trees.
It's a forest. Yes. Hi, Shannon. Sharon. It is. All right. Let's see whether I can.
I'll have to see if I can't
Hi, Belinda. If I didn't
grandfather that into the book.
Well, it could be a flip out or a flip in, I guess.
Might be.
Is there such a thing?
And this is a free magazine for those who are watching. You can go to Natural Habitat Adventures on the .com, and it's the WWF Club, which is Wild World Wildlife something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a free catalog. You just give them your email address, and you'll have to. Sometimes you have to pick which countries you want to go visit, and I've got 2 or 3 of them over here. So these are great, and the paper's good quality paper too.
Beth finds the best free stuff. I'll tell you.
And I got a new olive one.
Olive and the Salt Lake City. Yeah.
Olive and Cocoa catalog are free.
Ooh.
Go online and the Halloween one is out. I love it. I can't wait to use this in something.
You got to beg them to send you one of those.
No, I just gave them. Well, I hadn't gotten one in a while, and I just resubscribed.
Okay,
and,
I have their Halloween one from last year.
They got cool things in here anyway. Yes. But there's usually a picture of Olive and Cocoa throughout the magazine in a sketch format. But there's a lot of Halloween stuff in here to be rusticated out.
Yeah, I got their catalog from last year.
Here's one of their.
I love that. Oh my gosh.
Characters of themselves in throughout here, and it's just a fun catalog to cut things unusual. Look, there's a sloth. I could cut him out. I could cut
the little lamb out. Stuff is precious. It's very expensive.
Little lamb chop.
Oh wow! Look, it is.
Yeah,
that always reminds me of Sherry Lewis. Remember Sherry Lewis and lamb chop?
Yeah. It was she was on a cartoon show or afternoon show or something.
Yeah, puppets. She had live puppets, and she was like a ventriloquist because she talked, for the puppets.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
It was cute.
And I can't remember. Lamb Chop was the main character, but there were other puppets. I can't remember what they were now.
They would be fun to draw. I could draw her.
Oh, yes.
That's right up my alley.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I like Olive and Cocoa. Free magazine.
That is a good catalog. I have my one from last year that I pretty much cut up. Not much left of it. I don't do much for Halloween. I did like a Halloween kind of journal that was inspired by Mike Deacon, and it came out pretty good. It was an altered book type of thing. But that was last year. Oh, I have this camper thing that's going to go across this little bridge. There, I think that's going there. Found that. All right, that's going to go there. I always feel like lamb chop. Okay. I don't recall how lamb chop felt, Angie. So I don't remember. I just remember the puppet. Thinking about, all those shows that we watched as kids. And I was thinking back, the TV shows when I was watching TV, they were very interactive because when I watched the Mickey Mouse Club, I had my ears on. You wore your ears.
You wore your ears.
When I watched Davy Crockett, I had my coonskin cap on. There's some serious stuff. You had to have the right apparel to watch these shows. I guess that was the only. I had the ears and they had the Davy Crockett hat. And then my girlfriend and I, we had crushes on Roy Rogers. We were absolutely. We'd sit right in front of the TV and we would argue about who he was looking at. She would say, he's looking at me. And I said, no, he's looking at me. So we were convinced that we would argue about who he was looking at. God, I remember. That's so funny to remember that. There. That's another page done. Hi, Adria. Good to see you. Grandson girl started singing, not knowing what it was. Cal. I mean, that's pretty funny, Cal, but I don't think that's what Angie's referring to. I have this, I cut this. This is a picture off like a cruise ship. And I'm going to put that right at the end of this. So these people are on a cruise ship looking down over this thing. And then I have this guy hanging out inside of a champagne glass. And I think he'll go on the other page. So let me stick this down. Trying to, this is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on. My friends, some people start singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing forever just because. Starting.
It's a song that never ends. It goes on and on again.
Well, I didn't know that. I don't know that. Do you remember the around thing? It's Life. What's Life? It's a magazine. How much does it cost? It costs a nickel. Well, I only have a penny. That's tough. What's tough? Life. What's life? It's a magazine. And we would go over and say that over and over again. I mean, the things that. What's tough? Life. Okay. I was just thinking of all of those. Silly Putty. Do you remember Silly Putty?
Oh, yeah.
And stretching it out and making the impressions on comic books and then stretching out the image.
Yeah, and we used the funny papers.
Yeah, we used to, yeah, funny papers. Yeah. I left the silly putty out of its egg on the sofa.
Uh-oh.
And hi, J Mac, and my sister sat in it. Oh wow, was she mad at me? I ruined a pair of her. I think she had white shorts on or something, and she's
Oh my gosh.
oh man, was she mad at me? Woo, woo, woo. We used to fight over the broom. When Green Acres came on, we could flip them. Oh, get out. That's funny. When Oliver did the same with the pitchfork. Oh, no, 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 no. You can't be flipping a pitchfork. That's dangerous. Gosh.
And
Do
the
you remember this
Slinkies.
other stuff that came? It came in a tube, and I'm sure it was highly, highly toxic. And it came in a tube, and it had a very thin little straw. And you'd put like a little glob of it on the end of the straw, and then you would blow,
Oh
and you
yeah.
make this bubble. And if it
Yeah.
popped, you could pinch it. Do you
Right.
remember that?
We used that stuff to make petals of flowers. Mother would make like a teardrop on a wire and dip it
Oh,
in that, and then it was different colors, and she would gather them around and make a little flower out of them and put them in a vase for
oh,
centerpieces.
wow.
And my mother was always doing centerpieces for school and church and
Yeah.
everything. She was the table decorator.
Uh-huh. I just remember it being very toxic smelling,
Yeah, yeah. But I can remember.
and then blowing those little bubbles. And then you could pinch it. If it busted, you could pinch it. And then we got that at the 5 and 10 store.
Yeah.
Literally Walmart. No, Wal. What was it? Walgreens. No,
Woolworth.
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 Thank you, Woolworth. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Barbara remembers that stuff. It stunk. Yeah, it did. It was nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Because we didn't worry about those things. I was telling somebody they were the other night. I was over at my bridge lessons, and the gal, when we were leaving, she said, "Be sure to keep your your windows rolled up in your car or whatever, because they're going to be spraying for mosquitoes tonight." And I remember as kids, we would get, when the mosquito truck would come through the neighborhood, we'd get on our bikes and ride behind the spray.
Oh God.
We thought that was great fun. And they never shoot us away, they never said don't do that. Oh my God. How we survived our youth. I don't know how I survived.
We did.
Why we thought that was a good idea, I have no idea. I have no. Let's face it, in the summertime, you lived on your bikes until it got dark. Where my boys grew up in New York when they were little, we had volunteer fire department, and they would blow the fire whistle from the firehouse every night at 6. And you could hear that throughout the whole town, well, the village, Maple Springs. So they knew when they heard the siren go off, they knew it was time to come home for dinner. So
Yeah, yeah.
a built-in bell for dinner.
My mother had a big, a brass bell that was about this big, and it hung in the kitchen window. And she would open. There was a crank out window. She'd open the window, and she would ring that bell, buddy. And then we would all come out of the woods, and
That's right.
we lived on a farm. And she said every one of y'all your heads would pop out.
That's right. That's funny.
She could see us from all areas. That was cute. Those were the days.
Oh, Angie was a jump roper. Good for you. And Stephanie G said it was bikes and roller skates for her. I didn't have I don't think we roller skated. I skated. because we would literally freeze. There was a kid in the neighborhood where they had kind of like a tree in the middle of the backyard, and in the winter, and this is out on Long Island, he would spray the backyard with water and build up layers and layers, and we would make an ice skating rink in his backyard.
Yeah.
And we would, put on our hockey skates, and we would play hockey. And they put on the outside lights, and we would, skate around his backyard.
That's good.
We had a little ice skating rink. Yep, we actually made, little cars, out of wood and old wheels, and we would, make little vehicles. And then one year my friend Nancy and I, we took a 24-inch bicycle and put a banana seat on it. And we put a Briggs and Stratton lawnmower engine on that, right? And turned that into a motorbike. And we would tool around, and then the cops would catch us. And they would take the bikes from us because they were motorized. It was a gasoline engine, and it would fit in the trunk of the police car. And they would take that to our parents' house and then tell us not to do that again. So we would tool around in that. We did also
a tunnel from the mountain, and it's a train coming down the road.
Oh, I love it. Perfect location.
And then I found this. It says, "This too shall pass." Like the pass, we'll head them off at the pass. Isn't that what
there
that
you
is?
Go. This is great. Super. Yes, that's right. We got new bikes. Everybody was out with their new bikes. If there wasn't snow, where I grew up, a lot of times there was snow on the ground. You couldn't really. I've got this piece of, I don't know, came out of Architectural Digest, but I'm going to stick this cat on top of that, and it's going to go over here because I like it. Well, my kids fortunately grew up in a very, very, very small town, and where they could be out and run around all summer. And there was a lot of boys in this little town. I had 2 friends that each had 4 boys. That was 8. I had 2, and that was 10 boys between 3. We didn't mean to, so that's okay. Here comes the tornado watch. Okay. That'll be in effect until forever. So between 3 families, we had 10 boys.
That you had a
we had a baseball team, and there were a couple of other families that there were literally only 2 girls in all of Maple Springs. That was the name of the town, Maple Springs. And there was only 2 girls. All the rest if they were split, if there were 2 kids in a lot of those families, if it weren't all boys, there would be 1 girl, 1 boy. Oh, that looks great coming through those. Oh, that's a great location for that picture. That is perfect.
It's a deluxe.
Deluxe.
I don't know, number 99. I don't know who it is.
Vroom, vroom, yes. Vroom.
Oh, Devin, guess what I have in my Amazon cart? I've got those foamy spongy things.
Oh, cool.
They're in my cart. I can't wait to do it. And I've got my first impression right here.
Oh, wow.
Did you watch her the other day?
No.
Okay.
I'll have to go back.
There are these impression foams that you buy, and they're special. And you can take and lay this down, and you heat it up with the heat gun a little bit. Don't melt it. Just heat it up and warm it, and then you lay the sponge on this, and it'll make that impression.
I
So
have
when you
those.
come up, you have an instant stamp.
I have those. I bought them. I bought those blocks, and I've never used them.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, okay.
If you don't like that impression or you want to use it again, heat it up and it goes back to normal.
Goes back to normal. Yep.
So, and you can use the edges of it. And I made sure I got a fat one, not a skinny one. They've got skinny ones.
Oh, I
so
got
I made sure I got the fat one so I could put the buttons on the edge like she did.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait.
I've got mine. I've never used them.
And then she used it on the jelly print plate.
Oh,
it was wonderful.
Yes.
That was a great video.
I'll have to go back.
And I know it took her forever to make, because she kept saying, I have to stop and do something, get something, or and bless her heart, she worked hard on that video, but it was an excellent video.
This is what they look like, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, when I get mine, we'll play.
Okay. I was thinking of like putting, like I've got those, I have some keys, big old fashioned keys. I thought.
Yeah, keys. And I thought the same thing with my little keys. I've got a whole bunch of these, these little keys that I was going to do keys and buttons and whatever I can find in my drawers over here.
I like the fact that they're reusable. That's the cool thing.
Me too. I'll never be able to find that bear again. And these pages are not numbered. I should number them. Where's the bear? I got her in there. She's covering up some of the print.
You see, this is the actual, when I lived in Mallorca, this, I kind of stole kind of by accident on purpose, took the key from my room and brought it home.
Oh.
This was the key to my room.
Oh.
So
you can buy blanks. You can get them.
Yeah, but this was a key to my room the room that I lived in for a year. And this was the key that was discovered in the desk at Holy Trinity, and they'd have no idea what it's to, and they said that they would give it to me, so they gave that to me. So I've got that.
It was the punishment closet.
Yeah, I got that.
Did you have a dunce closet?
I don't know. It was in the desk of the human resource lady, and she said that she had no idea what it was for or where it was. And then I don't know where I got this key. There was a beautiful, beautiful brass key, like one of those, but smaller, to my front door in the house that I bought in New York.
Yeah.
And then when we went to closing, I asked the lady, I bought the house from, where's the key? And she's, I can't find it. Well, that was bullshit. She kept it. She didn't want to keep it.
I would have complained, because whatever you see in the house when you buy it,
that was the key that opened the front door. I don't know what this looks like, a locker key. I
would have called her out on that and say, you better produce it or I'm going to.
Yeah, that's right. Or the deal is off. She pretended like she didn't know where it was. I knew she kept it because it was it was a solid brass key about yay big. And all of a sudden it disappeared. She was a real idiot.
Well, we know.
Overcharged me for the house. And then when I went to sell it, she shows up a little inebriated one night and asks to be able to walk through the house again because she had put so much sweat equity into it. Bullshit. She did not. And she wanted me to sell a house to her under the table, even though I had listed the house with a friend of ours. It was a very small town, so everybody knew everybody's business. And I wasn't going to sell her the house. She was going to undercut the real estate agent that I had signed with. Nah, not me. But she was a real. She thought she had put. She didn't do anything to that house. She thought she had. She may have painted the walls. May have.
Well, she had it done. She didn't do it.
Nah. I spent a fortune on that house. Every summer I did a major remodel on it. Right? Whole new bathroom and new site. I mean, serious stuff like blown in, had no insulation, new furnace, new porch, big ticket items. And I didn't really get to live there long enough to enjoy all of those renovations because that's when I decided to move to Florida. But I like this. It's weird. It's a piece of, I don't know. I want it kind of, I think I'm just going to stick it there. I think I'm going to leave it torn and maybe find something to go there. I think I am. On the, okay, she used acrylic distress oxides on the, I'm reading what Yolande said, on the stamp, the Ranger heat foam stamps, okay. Is that what you meant? Okay. I will have to. So you just, oh, okay. So you just take that, you take like, I would take that key and just press it into that foam thing and then.
Yep.
But I heat it up a little bit before I do that.
Yeah.
To soften it up a little bit. Okay.
Stretch.
Oh.
Is that what you look like when you stretch out, Anne?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I look like. Yep, I do that every morning. Not. I don't know whether I could have ever stretched like that. I got a beekeeper here. I'm going to stick her here. Press the foam thing heated on top of the key on a.
Barbara Clark's got some tips.
Okay, press the foam thing heated on top of the key on a flat place. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Thank you, Angie. We will try to be safe. I just feel so sorry. Earlier today, I was watching a pair of sandhill cranes absolutely drenched, walking, across the golf course. Poor things. I don't even know where they. And then we had about 10 storks, and those are big birds, and they're pretty ugly. And they were all walking across pretty wet. Put the key down on your craft mat, which is heat proof, and heat the thing up and press it down on top. Okay. All right. Hi, Dorothea. Good to see you. I often wonder where those poor birds go when there's a hurricane.
Yeah, they had.
Yeah, well, they have to hunker down because the sandhill cranes are really tall.
Yep. we got a herd of turkeys around here.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, they come around every day and they walk through the yard and do their make their rounds.
Uh-huh.
And they're not super big, but there's a herd of them,
Mm-hmm.
and it's funny
Yeah,
to see real turkeys.
yeah. Well, we had a lot of wild turkeys in New York.
Yeah, and we got a lot of wildlife down here
Yeah.
where I am because I'm on the edge of town, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like there's woods.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
only thing I haven't seen is any deer. I haven't seen they are around here, but I haven't seen the deer, the little deers. And but I've raccoons,
Yeah.
possums,
Yeah.
armadillos.
Yeah.
They're in the backyard.
Yeah.
Tons of wildlife birds. We've got owls and red hawks,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got lots of
eagles. I've
birds
got
too.
bald eagles.
Yep, we've got eagles. Yep, eagles and hawks
Yep.
and pileated woodpeckers, and of course,
Yep.
the blue jays, the yellow finch, the
Yeah.
cardinals, the standard.
Is that the red-headed woodpeckers?
Yeah, and then we have the egrets
them.
and the sandhill cranes and the storks.
And the geese down at the pond, they
Yep.
live down there.
We have Egyptian geese that are gorgeous. They have this blue around their eyes. It kind of looks like the blue makeup that the
Oh yeah,
Egyptians do
yeah.
on them. And they're not indigenous to the area. And we have, of course, bunnies and rabbits,
And yeah, we do too.
but
I've got all that in my backyard.
yeah, because where I live, they're kind of in my backyard too.
Yeah, because you're on the golf course too,
I'm on
aren't
the golf course, and I'm on a pond, so I have a lot of waterfowl. And every once in a while, there'll be a flock of pelicans that will come in, and they'll kind of come in and
I haven't seen any pelicans in because I'm about 4 miles from the beach, but I have seen those birds that swim underwater.
Oh yes,
They've been in my pool. He was in my pool one day.
Oh dear. Yeah,
and I was swimming, and I said I didn't like that because he's got a real pointy beak. They're called snake birds because they hold their head up and it looks like a snake out of the water. But then they dive and they swim and they hunt for fish. But and they are fresh and saltwater birds. And that was very interesting to have him in my pool.
I wouldn't want to share my pool space, but then we have those because actually one day I thought it was a snake in the pond, and then I realized it was that bird because boy, it does really snake-like.
Well, and another thing is when they get out of the water, they have to stand with their wings held up because they can't fly with wet feathers.
That's right. And
every time he got out of the pool, I thought I could shoo him off, but he jumped back into the water. And he was trying to dry off as fast as he could to get out of my hair because he didn't like me or Abby.
No.
It was so funny. But I finally,
Yeah. I see them. They're always across the pond. I see them across the pond, drying their wings.
Okay.
A couple of racing cars here, and I'm going to put over here to cover the text some pasta. Why not, right? A little pasta over here.
Okay, I've got these houses, these apartments. Should I put it on the fire page or the fall leave page?
Let's see. I like them on the fall leaf page because they
kind of do too.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to cover up the fires. But
I have a whole bunch of little things on the fire. I've got a guy on a motorcycle trying to race through the fire, and I have some
adventure.
I've got someone holding a water can trying to put
the guard. Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, Brenda had a pair of wood ducks in her pool.
But Ann and I both are in the cone of the hurricane. We are in the cone part, but we're also on the East Coast, and I'm predicting that it's going to be a number 1 before it gets to us. Maybe a low 2, but it's going to
No,
be 1 real fast.
no. I
By
want
the
it. I
time
want
it
a
gets-
tropical storm. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, and so I'm boarded up, and I have a block house. I have an older house,
Yeah,
but it's block.
yeah, you're in good shape.
And I also have a few boards up on my windows,
Yeah.
thanks to my husband.
Yes.
Good
Yeah.
old Joe.
Good old Joe. I got nothing. I'm exposed. My ass is hanging out in the air here. But
And but I'm really, really, really I don't feel I can just feel it. I'm safe. We're
yeah,
safe.
yeah, I think you
And
are.
Dana is over towards the central,
Yeah, she's right
on
in.
the other side of Orlando, and between Orlando and Tampa. So she's going to get a number 2, maybe 3
Yeah.
around her house, and she's boarded up as
Oh, is she?
well.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad. That's good.
And her husband got home in time to get her straightened out, and
Oh, that's good.
so we're all hunkered down. And
Well, the
I
safe.
will. I'm planning on streaming tomorrow night. If I have electric and internet, I'm going to stream. If
Good.
something comes up and I'm not on, I will try to leave a message on my Facebook page, because my iPad has internet regardless of my electric.
Okay. All right. Understood.
So I can do cellular or whatever it is, and
Yeah.
get on, and I can post. And then we do have a generator as well.
Oh my
So
gosh, you have a channel. You're all set. Gosh,
So
damn.
I
Yeah.
could go primitive very easily without a problem.
Oh, with a generator. You're not.
Yeah.
How
So
primitive.
we could grill, we can, I can still, and the refrigerator will be on the generator,
Right.
and my fan. I have to have a fan.
Right.
So I will have the generator with the two
You're all
plugs
set. My gosh, you got everything.
and my iPad, my plug into my iPad. That's all I care about. Those 3 things. And we've
You
got
are
plenty.
you are set. My gosh, you got everything. Yeah. Well,
So,
I'm
um,
flying by the seat of my pants here, I guess.
but we used to camp when
Ah.
our younger years, and
Mm-hmm.
he would take me. I said, take me out to the primitive part of the park and park me, and he would go to we would it would be a local place like 20
Mm-hmm.
miles from the house, and
Right.
he would put me up in the camper, and then he would go to work,
Oh
and I
wow.
had all this solitude. Oh, I loved it. I loved
Uh-huh.
it. And then he'd come after work. He'd come, and I'd have dinner fixed for him and stuff, and
Just
we camp.
enjoyed the country life.
I did. That was my vacation. Oh,
Yeah.
we got to put somebody on the bridge.
That's funny.
I need some people. But
Yeah,
yeah, we could go primitive.
I was trying to go back and see what's the biggest hurricane that, I had here since I've lived here. I mean, I've been through a lot. I've been here 24 years. So I have a lot of hurricanes in my hurricane book, I guess, if you want to. But, and this house was not, these houses are not cinder block. They're stucco and, wood. But they supposedly were built to withstand category 2s. And back in 1986, that was a big deal to build a house
Yeah.
like that. And now it doesn't mean it. And I have hurricane reinforced garage door, has the special reinforced. So, and we typically don't lose our power because all our utilities are underground. So,
Yeah.
So that's what I've got going for me. But other than that, a little wiggle, a little wiggle, a little here or left. You know, many a hurricane have missed us because of a little twister here. My father always said to me, do you think that they would have built Cape Canaveral where they built it if they thought it was going to be constantly in danger of hurricanes?
Well,
And I thought,
actually, I think it's a perfect spot because they're on their own land and it's safe and
yeah,
they
but he thought
they're
his meaning was that, you know, they wouldn't have built it somewhere that would have been prone to being destroyed by hurricanes. I love that otter. Is that
it's
an
a
otter or a
seal.
walrus? A
A
seal.
seal.
Oh,
It's a pup.
oh, he's perfect.
They're puppies.
That is
Then
adorable.
somebody on the I think he's going to come up, and then there's somebody going to be walking on the bridge. Then
Yes.
I've got my tree hugger over here,
Oh, okay. Perfect.
and I think I can take some markers and make the tree go up higher on the
Okay.
page, so
All
I can
right.
make a tree.
Okay. Well, it's 1:30, Beth, and I don't know whether I haven't heard from Becky, but I'm assuming she's coming on around 1:30. I don't know, has anybody heard from Becky? I know
I
Devin's on at 2:30.
haven't heard from her today,
Hi,
and
Nettie. But
but we just don't have enough time to do this.
no, I know. I
But we're
know.
getting a lot done.
I
We
know.
are.
I think I've got glued down everything that I had loose. No, that I had. Oh no, my camel. I got to put my camel down. The camel's going here. I got a big camel. Hi, Nettie. So I'll glue down the net. Glue down the netty. No, I'll glue down the camel, and then we'll say goodbye. And then
Yeah, I
next
get.
um, until next time. And I got to go get some more pictures. Hey, JL. I don't know. Do you know? Oh, JL said Becky is not streaming.
Oh, okay.
Thanks you, Janice. Okay, so we can hang on for a couple of minutes if we want. I mean, Devin's
All
not
right.
on until 2:30, so people can hang. We'll hang on for a couple more if that's okay with you.
That's fine with me too, because I just got warmed up.
I know, I know, I know. It takes a while, right, to get.
I never did find the the bear page. I've got some more bears to put in.
Uh-oh.
I
Have you
found some
started a
polar
bear
bears,
page?
and I've got these two pictures. I got this one.
Oh, I think I have that cat picture too.
Yeah. And he's going to look fun. He's going to be funny on one of the pictures. He'll look good in something.
Yeah.
So, but I think this is going to be fun with some. I might need to find me some mountain climbers.
Ah, well, they must be maybe in one of your expedition travel things.
There might be. See, he's going to look funny over. He's going to look good over here. In the he's. I could need to give him a fishing rod or something.
Yeah. All right, Barbara. Yeah. We'll stay safe as we can be. Beth is good. She's got it all. She's been through this rodeo before, and she's totally 100% prepared. So there's no being scared. She's the be prepared part of being scared. Be
If
prepared.
you get scared, and you just let me know, and I'll send Joe down to help you.
Okay.
He would. He would
I
like to go on a
I
field trip.
I know.
He thought about leaving. He says maybe we should leave. And I said, well, I said we could if you wanted to. I said, but we have to have cages. I said we don't have dog cages. I got to have 2 dog cages and a cat cage for us to go.
And you have to have all the paperwork showing that they're all properly vaccinated. And
Gosh,
I mean, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm glad that they have pet-friendly shelters now, because in the past they didn't.
Yes.
But
Yes.
some of the areas, I was reading somewhere, I don't know if it was here or not, maybe, that they would come, if you needed to go to a shelter, they would come and get your pet and take your pet somewhere,
Yeah.
and then,
They
they would take you to a special needs
a,
shelter that was
a
special needs.
border. Yeah. A boarding type.
And then after the hurricane's over, they would come get you and bring you home, and then they would go get your pet and then bring your pet to you. And that just seemed like, oh my God. But I would have trouble carrying Lily around I have a carrier, but I'm just not as strong as I used to be. I would have trouble.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I have trouble getting her into the car to take her to the vet. And when I get to the vet, they have to come out and get her for me because I just don't have the strength anymore.
Yeah. Well, I used to travel with Abby before we moved down here, and
Mhm.
she's never flown. She's never flown again, and neither have I. We've
Right.
never left the
Well,
so. But
you,
I had a luggage pull thing that Abby went in, and
uh-huh.
I pulled her around like a little suitcase,
Right.
and they would never know she was in there if I didn't tell them.
Right. Because she
That
was
she was quiet as a mouse, and the screen was black on the cage, and
Mhm.
she was black, so you couldn't see her.
Oh, okay. All righty.
I could see her eyes when they sparkled, but
Uh-huh.
and it was really and as long as she could see me, she was fine. She never
Mhm.
said a peep, not a peep. But she traveled ever since she was a puppy, so
Yeah.
uh, she was a uh, and she was a trained dog too. She was a therapy dog,
Right. Yeah.
and she had certification papers. And then they said, "Well, no, she needs to be a therapy dog." And I said, "She is. She is a certified therapy dog through the American Kennel Association. Here's her diploma."
Right.
And they said, "No, no, we want her to be the therapy dog. They wanted her to be my therapy dog." And I said, "I am her therapy dog. I'm her owner. They wanted me to need therapy.
Oh, okay.
They wanted me to have a prescription from my doctor that I needed her." And I
Oh.
said, "No, she's a different therapy dog." And there was a play on words, and they wanted me to pay. And I said, "Well," I said, if you want me to pay $100, I said, "I'll pay it." I said,
Right.
"But I won't have to pay it coming back because Orlando never says a word to me about her. They allow
Right.
it. They never say a word and argue about it. But the little town up home, the little airport, they
Mhm.
were being really picky, and I said, "Well,
Mhm.
that's up to you. You decide if you want to charge it." But they always would let me go
Right.
without. I think I had to pay one time,
Right.
and it was an extra $100. But that's why I got her to be therapy, because
Right.
the airline stewardess says if she's a therapy dog, she could ride for free. And I said, "Well, we're going to sign up,"
Yeah.
and we
Well,
did. And it was the Delta Dog Society. It wasn't. It was legit.
sure.
It was. It was legit. And so anyway, she was a working dog, and now she is my therapy dog because she
Right.
stays right beside me.
Right. Yeah.
She's she's a good girl. There it is. There's the bear. So I'm gonna put this one over here.
I found a couple more pictures that I hadn't put in.
Good.
So I got nice
It's
lady.
raining. We got rain.
Oh, we've had quite a bit of rain on and off. And the pond is rotten. The pond was very low, and it's coming up. And the
The
pond is
pool's full.
rising. Well, during Hurricane Irma, the pond got within 6 feet of my patio,
Uh-huh.
and it got pretty high. We didn't have school for 10 days. Geez, that was
There's my bear page.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I've got a black bear on my bear page, and you have
Yeah, I think I used it. Oh no, I still have another black bear, a brown bear,
a brown bear. Very nice.
and another white bear. I gotta fussy cut it out.
another. Oops. Okay, put her here.
Joe went to the fire department this morning.
Yeah.
He said, I got to go talk to them at the fire department. And I go, okay, any excuse to go out.
Uh-huh.
And he wants to run our the back of the yard. We've got an acre. The very back gets flooded, and there's a breezeway where the electric lines are, and it kind of like a little trough back there.
Right.
And so he wants to it needs to be dug out so that all of our waters would drain that direction.
Right.
And so he wanted permission from the fireman that he could run a hose, and I think it's a fire hose of all things, through the backyard of our neighbors behind us to the gutter over there. And they said, well, we don't care.
Right.
And we got permission, and it would help drain some of our water out of our backyard. But it has never gotten in the house.
Right.
But we do have poor, slow drainage.
So do you have standing water? Does that produce mosquitoes? No? Okay.
Well, it stands, but it drains really slow because the ditches aren't dug out as good as they should be.
Okay.
And it takes like a couple days for it to drain.
But it moves enough so you don't have a mosquito issue.
Well, we can and we do sometimes. And another thing is I'm on the back side of the last street in city limits. And when the mosquito truck goes down their street on Willow, we kind of get the side effects from it over here. And I really do believe it. I do believe that helps, because every time that comes by, we always go in. We could hear it spraying, and the next day, next week, we could swim without mosquitoes.
That's nice.
Yeah. So we kind of got lucky on both sides here, and we do have well water.
Oh, okay.
And but we've got the filters, and then I've got a filter on the sink in the kitchen for drinking water. And then I have a water tower cooler.
Oh, wow.
I make our drinks with it, and I cook with it. But it's called tan water because it's tan. The water is tanned out of the ground.
So it's not gray water, like they.
Yeah. No, now gray water is like leftover water.
It's poopy water.
Yeah. It's like leftover water that you use.
Right, and they usually irrigate. That's what they
like your showers and things.
That's what they sprinkle with is.
But tan water is fresh water from the ground, and it has a tea stain to it because of the foliage on the land of Florida. The foliage, the tan leaks through into the aquifer.
Oh, okay.
We get our water from the aquifer, and when you draw a bath, it looks like you've dunked some tea in it.
Oh, interesting.
And it's called tan water. That's well water.
Okay.
And it's drinkable. We had it tested. When we first came down here, we had it tested, but it's there's nothing wrong with it, and we have a water system soft water system that it drains through before it comes into the house.
Yeah,
and it makes it soft.
Okay. Well, do you have? I know when my parents, when they lived down in India Atlantic, which is south of here. And when they would sprinkle, it would be sulfur because there was so much sulfur in the water because they were using well water to sprinkle with. It was really a very strong sulfur smell. You don't have that.
There is
because sulfur smells like rotten eggs. You'd know it.
Yeah, we get that. I get that around here, but I think there's a water treatment plant. Oh, it's probably 10 miles away, and sometimes, depending on which way the wind's blowing, or when it wind's not blowing, and the clouds push the odors down along the land, we get
Mhm.
it. I get a sulfur smell from the
Yeah.
water factory plant where they're
Yeah.
treating
It
the
always
water.
reminds me of the chemistry lab in high school.
Yeah,
When they were doing sulfur, experiments, the whole
yeah.
hallway would smell of sulfur.
We would go
Rotten eggs.
to
Yeah.
White Sulphur Springs
Yeah.
up home,
It's supposed to
and
be
there
good
was
for you. Yeah. It's supposed to
yeah.
be
We would always go down to
restored. Right.
the
Yeah.
fountain, and we'd have to take a drink of it
Mm-hmm.
back in the days.
Back in the days. Well, let's see. I think I have literally one more cutout, and then I've used everything that I have had cut out. So that means I'll have to go harvesting. I shall go a harvesting. I will go and
I
find
like
some.
using these pictures to cover up the writings.
Yes, and I'm starting to, look for that. I used a picture of spaghetti that covered up the one of the writing. Oak trees can stain water too. Oh, that would make sense. Yeah, I could see that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, look. Ooh, I got this doggy. And I have an eye. And I have a queen. All right. I can put those guys in. I thought I was done. I love this dog. I like his hat.
I love his hat. Yeah, he's good. He's got
I
character.
think he can be a crossover. He can cross over one picture to the other. Maybe I'll stick an eye over there.
Yeah, cover that up.
That lady looks very prim and proper. Almost like Queen Elizabeth like, but not quite. All right. Keep on thinking I've run out, and then I turn the page and there's some more. I didn't know I had this many prepared.
It's going a lot faster than I thought it would.
Well, it's great if you already have the pictures, and they're just, you need to just. I was watching Nicole, and she's got, what a bunch of great cutout pictures that she has ready to go. She's got quite the selection. And I always forget to cut out text, and she's got a whole tub full of text that she's from ads and stuff, just phrases and stuff.
Yeah.
I gotta do
You can
a better
collect
job
it.
with that.
Now I found this page, and it's a sunset.
Oh,
It's the base camp in Greenland, and that could go on my forest page, my fire page.
uh-huh.
And
Yeah, there's been some really neat forest pages done by other people.
so I'm gonna put the base camp on there. I don't. I think the fire page is pretty and everything, but it's destructive to me, and it hurts my feelings.
Right.
So I'm covering it up.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
I gotta have the happy side.
Mm-hmm.
I can't watch any of these movies and TV shows that have all this violence in it. I can't watch them anymore.
Doesn't appeal to me.
It
And I don't know whether it ever really, I was never really like a shoot 'em up type of.
and they're not. It's not like the old cowboy and Indians. It's different.
Yeah.
And I just
Yeah, it
like happy shit. I watch YouTube. I don't watch anything but YouTube now.
Yeah.
And I say, Joe, you're gonna have to change it. I can't handle it.
Right.
And he likes a good shoot 'em up
Yeah.
show.
But if it's in the context, but if it's just thrown in there for sheer blood and gore and violence. That, you know,
Well, see, I think that between that and the games, the shoot 'em up games, I think
Mhm.
that's one of the problems of our children.
Yeah. Well, they become desensitized to that, and it doesn't.
And they think they can go out in the world and speed and get by with it. And
Right, because
shoot.
they figured it's not, you know.
And I and I
When we
watched
have
the
yeah.
the judges when they go to quick court on
Mhm.
YouTube, and the judges instead of sending them to jail or to prison, 80% of the time she says we're going to put you on referred adjudication and you're going to be on probation for 10 years and you're
Mhm.
going to go through a drug rehab, a child parenting class.
Yeah.
She puts them all through these uh, psych classes and
Mhm.
education classes, and you're going to get your GED, and you report back to me in 6 months, and they come back and they don't do it half
Right.
the time because there's a really short percentage of the ones that actually go through all that bettering yourself.
Well, but she's given them a chance, and that's
Mhm.
they've chosen. No.
Because if she puts them in the prison, they can now in prison you can still go to school
Yeah.
and learn. And there's
Mhm.
others like detox classes that you can take for drug rehab and stuff,
Yeah.
but you
Mhm.
have to ask for them.
Ah.
And she says, I can't do, they're out of my jurisdiction, but you can ask for them and you can get on it and you can really better yourself. You know, she encourages it, but it's, they
This
don't want
is
to
one
do
of
it.
Dee Dee's stickers. This is a Dee Dee chicken sticker.
Oh, that's cute.
I love those chicken stickers that, I mean, the stamps that Marion made that Dee Dee used. Those, no, Paula made Marion made the flower foamies, and I think it was Paula that made the chicken foamy stamps. They were adorable. I wanted to show you my, and then I'm gonna sign. Oh, this is here's my fire page.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I like that.
And
That's adventurous.
and then she's got, it's like the stewardess has the fire and there's a water can, and then if you look real closely, there's little tiny red dragons down around his motorcycle.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can barely see them, but they're there.
Oh, that's good.
So
Yeah.
that's my fire page. Well, Beth, I'm gonna sign off, and I'm gonna thank you again for being here, and it's been a lot of fun, and hopefully we can do this again next
That'll
week
be fine. We
if it
can.
suits you, if it works
It,
for you.
it does. It works for me.
Okay, and I will go find some more pictures. I gotta harvest some more pictures. And thank you everybody for hanging out with us and being here and wishing us well for the next. It's gonna be a rough
Couple
night.
days.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it's not gonna be. Maybe tomorrow. No, tomorrow by this time it'll still be going on. It's gonna, yeah. But anyway,
Yep.
we'll be at the end of it tomorrow at this time. So
And
it's
like
gonna
I
be a
said,
long night. All right.
I'll keep you posted on my Facebook page.
Okay, sounds good. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.